Bonsoir, mes amis. Hello. This is Wulin Joachim again, and today I'm actually not doing a French tutorial videos. I'm making that video on how you can get to your top college choices. So a little bit about me. I am a high school senior. Okay. I'm not a high school senior anymore because I just graduated 2 weeks ago, and I will be heading to UConn actually next Sunday, which is gonna be June 29th in 2014, because I'm taking two college classes over at Stores so that I can be a sophomore, because I've taken a lot of college classes while I was in high school, and now look at the results of all of my hard work. I will actually graduate in 3 years. That's good. So let's go to what this video is really about. So you will be seeing me looking down. That's because I've taken some notes on what I want to talk about. And for the record, this video, I did not get everything that I'm gonna be saying right now. I did not get them online. It's just stuff that I think were useful to me as a high school student. So I'm gonna divide this video into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's gonna have 5 parts, 5 important parts that I believe is very important. So number one, your grades. Yes, everyone's gonna tell you that your grades are they are extremely important when it comes to getting to college. So do not please do your best in high school, whatever. So some people think that, okay, I'm gonna go in high school even if I have F's and D's my freshman year. It does not matter, because once I get to my junior and senior year, I can start getting A's. Not true. It does matter. Now I understand if it's not your fault why you get those F, C's, and not so good grades your freshman and probably your sophomore year. Because I have friends who have actually gotten bad grades their first few years in high school, because the transitions from middle to high school might not be that easy. But when it comes to college, whatever grade that you got your freshman year is still gonna be on your transcript, and colleges will be looking at your transcript. So go to high school with a mindset and tell yourself, okay, I will go to high school and I will do my best to get straight A's. Number one, you have to have goals. Have a goal. They always tell you to have a goal in life. You must also have a goal in high school. And these goals might be your grades. You might set a goal to, okay, I'm always going to get A's, straight A's. And yes, that will be helpful because they do look at your transcript. Um, First of all, you need to do great on your normal classes, but you must also take challenging classes. Okay, for example, let's say one girl is applying to college and then she has straight A's, she got a 4.0 GPA, but all the classes she took were like easy classes. And when you compare that girl to that other girl who's also applying to the same college, who doesn't really have a 4.0 GPA, but she took hard classes like AP Physics, AP English, AP Math, whatever. She took like 5 AP classes and she passed on her AP exams, and she has like a 3.7 GPA. That girl has a higher chance of getting to college. Of course, grades are not all that matters, and I'm gonna go to that in a few minutes, but it does matter for you to take classes that are challenging, because this will prove to colleges that you are ready to be a college student and that you will do great once you get in college. And the other thing is you need to start preparing for your SATs and your PSATs, SATs, ACTs, or whatever other um, exams that you have to take. Because, okay, preparing for these exams does not only count like get buying books and stuff like that, but you by doing great in your classes, you are getting prepared for those exams. Like for myself, my SAT scores, let's just say they were terrible. I've only been here for 2 years and I had to take the SATs. I'm telling you, those English words that are on the test are words that could kill you. It's like worse than Chinese, and I do not even speak Chinese. So that's how I felt when I was taking this exam. The first time I did bad. Let's say, well, I didn't do that bad. I got a higher than a 1300, which is not that bad for like someone who's been in the United States for only 2 years and who's still learning English. My number one help was this book that I bought my junior year when I had to take the SATs. Like those books are really good, even though I did not really practice. Like I only took 2 practice tests 2 weeks before I actually take the SATs, and my scores went higher. Like they went, I don't know, like I don't remember the scores, but I think I did pretty good. I had like, I don't know, but I did pretty good. It really helped me. And also, like if you don't have money to take this, I know some high schools, they offer SAT prep classes, so these are also helpful. So take SAT prep classes, do study groups in your school. If they do not offer these classes, like do study groups, and if one student has the book, you can all make copies of it and then just take the test. So number 2, extracurriculum activities. Yes, they are really important. If you play a sport, if you volunteer, if you work part-time, like when you get really busy and you still do great in your classes, like this shows colleges that you are ready. You are already a college student and you're good. So do extracurriculum activities, and by just doing that, you are actually starting your resume. Talking about a resume. You do not have to wait your senior year to start a resume. You can actually start it your freshman year, or whenever you start doing other activities outside of school or in school. You can start that resume, and then year after year or month after month, whatever, you can update that resume and add new stuff to it. Yeah. Number 3, get organized and stay focused. I have a problem with that word, whatever. Okay, get organized. It is really important that you are an organized person, because when you are organized and you know where everything is, you know how you're gonna study for that test, and you already planned to study for whatever test you have, it's better. It's less stressful, and you're gonna do way better than as if you did not organize your stuff. Number 4, do not procrastinate. Procrastinate. Okay, I'm still learning English, so do not mind my accent and everything. So yeah, like stay focused. And number 5, decrease your stress. Some people like to do yoga, like myself, even though I'm not that flexible. It really helps me relax, and when you relax, you feel like it's way better. Like before a test, if you want to do yoga, go do yoga. If you want to go to the gym and exercise so you can feel better, do that. If you want to listen to music, like do this, whatever. Just decrease your stress. Find somehow you can decrease stress. And another way you can decrease stress as a high school student is by preparing early. Be early, yes. By being early, what I mean is not just going to school early, but it also has to do with searching for your colleges. You have to start searching for colleges that you might be interested in, probably your sophomore or junior year. But I would recommend like the summer between your sophomore and junior year. Like If you want to major in biology, search for colleges that has great biology major and biology programs. Like, do not look for a college simply for the food. I know it sounds really stupid, but I have some of my friends who actually went to whatever college they're going in now because the food is really good. Okay, I understand food is important. You will be staying there for like 4 years, and it is important that you feed yourself well. But at the same time, you have to go to a school where they offer whatever major you want to major in, and that major is really good. So, and number two, start applying for number two of number five, whatever. Start applying for scholarships early. For myself, what I did is I had a scholarship folder or binder or whatever, but that notebook, I use it for my scholarship. I had a scholarship binder and a college binder. So for scholarship, for example, what you might do is you might choose whatever notebook that you have. This is gonna be kind of awkward because I'm actually filming this on my laptop, on my computer, so you might not be able to read it. Right there I say scholarship name. So let's say you're applying for blah 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 scholarship. You just write blah 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 scholarship, and then you write the deadline of the scholarship, and then you give yourself a deadline. Like, if the scholarship is due on June 5th, that doesn't mean that you have to be working on the essay June 4th, like the day before the scholarship is actually due. No, you need to be start working on it like 2-3 months in advance, and then actually be done with it like a week before the scholarship is due. Not even a week. You need to mail it at least a week before the scholarship is due. So, okay. So, and then recommendation letters. Write every professors and or teachers or teacher assistant or mentor, advisors, whoever you asking for a recommendation letter, write their names somewhere in the paper, and then have a checklist. Like for my checklist, I put essays because most scholarships they require for you to write an essay or more than one essay. My resume, transcript, FAFSA, and everything. And then the status. You can put, okay, I applied, did not apply, got accepted, did not get accepted, whatever. And then what you want to do, if you like those type of girly girls who like decorating and stuff, you can do that. But I never actually do that. So, but yeah, you can do it. And then you need to write your college essay really early. I did mine. I wrote my college essay in August because most colleges that I wanted to apply for only accepted the Common Apps, and the Common App, I think they put everything online in August, so that's when you can see like the choices of essay topics that they have. So I did mine in August, got help. Extremely important. Do not just write the college essay and say, okay, I'm done. You need more than 3 people to proofread that essay and give you advice and everything, just to make sure that it is a perfect essay, because colleges really look at your essay, your grade, your GPA, whatever, your essay, GPA, extracurricular activities, but your essay is really it's the most important ingredient in applying to colleges, I'd say, because in your essay you can really help those college administrators to know you better. Okay, your SAT scores cannot define who you are as a person, so the essay gives you a chance to explain yourself. Let's say you had an F your freshman year, you can explain why you had that F and how you learned from it and whatever. Extremely important also is making sure that your senior year that you know if you want to have an interview or not. Interviews are extremely important. Okay, I'm going to use that word a lot in this video. Interviews are really important because if you, let's say your chances of getting into a college, let's take UConn for example. Your chances of getting to UConn are only 70%. That's high, but not really high, because UConn is getting really competitive. They only accept 40 something percent of students, which is not that high. So So if your chances were 70% because let's say because your SAT scores were not that good, and you have an interview with an admission counselor or whatever, and you actually go to that interview and you let that person know who you are and how much of a great and interesting person that you are, your chances might get really high, and your chances might change from a 70 to a 90%, and you actually get accepted because of what? Because of the interview. I did not get an interview, but I wish I did. So recommendation letters. Do not wait until like a month before you actually apply for colleges to ask for a recommendation letter, because you need to give those people like time for them to write you not a good recommendation letter, but a magnificent, a very, very, very good recommendation letter. I asked all of my teachers. I had a list of teachers. Like during the summer, I made a list of all of the teachers that I wanted to ask for a recommendation letter, and then each of them, I matched them with a college. Like I would say, Mr. Bolio, I'm gonna ask you a recommendation letter for Conn College, UConn, Quinnipiac, whatever. And then I would say, Miss Hazel, I'm gonna ask you for a recommendation letter for UConn, University of Hartford, Brown University. I did not get accepted to Brown University, by the way, so whatever. And so yeah, have a folder, have a binder. Remember, have a binder of all the colleges that you want to apply to, and have a checklist. And finally, I repeat, do not be scared to seek for help. When you need help, ask for help. Do not be scared. Like, ask your school counselor, your teachers, your advisors, your mentors, your friends, and most importantly, your parents. So, some tips that I have given you in this video, the ones that are the most important. Prepare for the SATs really early. Your grades are really important, so do your best, not only your senior year, but all 4 years. Have a binder or folder for each colleges that you're applying for, or for each scholarships that you're applying for, or just simply have a notebook that's only for scholarships or only for colleges. Read. That will, oh, I didn't say that actually. Read a lot. That will prepare you for the SATs. Like, we have all types of readers. I like reading all types of books. This book is called Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, and it's a really good book. I also read vampire books, which I love, and that one is called Out for Blood. And I also read some books that have tips on how you can succeed in college, because of course I want to go to college. And that one is called The A Game. Actually, I would really recommend that book because it really talks about like how you can do good on your tests, or you can like succeed in college, but it can also be helpful for high school students, just saying. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you have any comment or concerns, or if you have any questions for me, you can comment below. And if the question is about UConn or anything else, I would love and I would be glad to assist you with any help whatsoever. So thank you and goodbye. Ciao.